This video is about how to manage our emotions effectively, because if we don't, we will just get stuck in the habitual thinking. Every time when anything happens, it will trigger the same type of emotion and will have us have the same type of response and will experience the same type of pain. So the broken record will go on and on and on. But there are things we can do about it. First, we need to know some principles about our emotions. The number one is it's natural and normal to have feelings. Human beings are feelings-oriented, and at the same time, we are rational beings too. So we can use both capacities to experience our emotions and also at the same time to think whether we will act on these feelings or not. The second is that feelings have a purpose. They're the emotional signals telling us information about ourselves. Just like our physical pain telling us, we might get injured or we might get sick. Our painful emotions are telling something about our life. There might be something doesn't go well in our life. So we need to discover the true cause and remove the pain from that. So, for example, if I'm in an abusive relationship and then I'll feel the pain. So by end this abusive relationship, the pain will be removed. And sometimes we have very deep, painful emotions. It's normal and healthy. For example, when we lose our loved ones. So it's normal to experience those intense grief. Those emotions, they come and go. They're like waves, so they won't be there forever. Sometimes they last for an abnormally long time, which means it's not just about those initial things happened to us. Maybe we have something underneath that triggered this kind of emotion. So we need to look deeper. The third principle about our emotions is that feelings are neither good or bad. They're all very valued information to tell us something about our life. So they are pleasant or unpleasant. So it's natural for us to only want to feel pleasant emotions and not want to experience the pain and discomfort. But it's very dangerous to try to ignore or suppress the negative feelings. For example, when I wanted to feel better, I can turn off or ignore my feelings, which by thinking something else or do something else. The second way is that I want to feel better. I can exaggerate or artificially create some pleasure, like take some drugs, do something like eat some cookies or love someone. Love basically is like an addiction to somebody. Those will give me instant gratification. So because they will instantly remove the pain and create pleasure. But I'm doing this not by taking responsibilities, by thinking better, acting better, and doing something about the situation caused this pain. This pattern will make it very difficult for our mind to figure out what's the source of this pain, because we no longer understand the messages our emotion convey to us. So what are the ways we can do about to manage our feelings, to manage our emotions effectively? The number one is to recognize our emotions. Notify the sensation in our body. You can do a test. Stop doing the things you do habitually. For example, stop checking your social media. Stop doing the exercise you normally do at a certain time, or even change the way how you part your hair then you can feel the sense of sensation in your body, and also try to associate the sensations with your past experience or with the current situation, because those are the things caused this emotion. The second way is to label the emotions, label the feelings, whether they're guilt, anger, fear, shame, anything. And the third thing is that affirm the feelings. I'm feeling unhappy, but it's all right to feel this way. Why is so important? I'll tell you a story. Let's say 4-year-old Rachel was very upset because her mom stopped her from continuing watching TV. So she yelled at her mom, "I hate you." And her mom got furious. "How dare you get angry at me?" Slapped her and asked her to apologize. And Rachel said sorry. But inside, Rachel didn't feel sorry about that. Actually, Rachel felt very angry. This experience taught Rachel that she must not show her anger to her mom and somebody else. So when we think that for certain emotions is unacceptable, then we will feel ashamed or guilty when we have those feelings. Actually, Rachel's mom could say something else like, "I know you're angry now, but this is what we agreed on. So we're going to stop watching TV at this time." So Rachel will learn that to notify and affirm her feelings, and getting angry won't get her to where she wants. So that's why it's so important for us to affirm our feelings. When we affirm our feelings, basically we are validating our emotional life. The first way is that experience and process our feelings. We can do this with somebody we trust, a family member or a friend. We tell them what we feel, the thoughts relates to this feeling, and the urge to act created by this feeling. By communicating with our friends, we have this emotion processed, and also at the same time, we build up genuine relationship with our loved ones or friends. Maybe we see a lot of people have 500 friends on Facebook, have 300 friends on Instagram, but maybe that person cannot even find one friend to talk the feelings with. Don't be surprised. It's normal, because most of us are spending a lot of our energy and time on social media. We're investing our emotions, our energy on superficially interact with people, and on sharing superficial pleasure with people. That's why we need to funnel down our energy. Why funnel? Because our energy are limited. When we funnel down our energies to only a few friends, maybe just one or two, then we can just cultivate gradually our genuine relationship with people, the real intimacy with people. And also we can talk to some psychotherapists. Of course, they're professionals. They know how to deal with our emotions. But what stops most people from seeing psychotherapists is that people are scared of being judged by a stranger when we open our minds, our hearts. When people judge us, I'm saying everybody, whoever judges us, basically they think they're better than us. They don't genuinely interested in us. They don't genuinely care about us. They don't want to know what's really going on with us. Had they really spent time and trying to learn what's going on with us, for example, why I smoke, why I overeat, why I don't do exercise, they will have empathy for us, have compassion for me. So psychotherapists, they're professionals. This is the job they do. They know the complexity of human natures. So according to my own experience, I would say they're the least judgmental people. The third way we can deal with our emotions, to process or experience our emotion, is that we can do that by ourselves. Because the most intense emotion will only stay for 90 seconds, a minute and a half. Of course, they will still linger, but won't be that intense. For example, when I have the urge to go out to gamble, or to not finishing my work, I can take some deep breath and then ask myself, how do I feel this sensation in my chest, in my stomach? I can put my hand on my chest, on my stomach, and just keep deep breathing and ask myself, how do I feel now? Still there? Keep breathing. How do I feel the air, like in my throat, in my nose? Or another way is that we can write down how we feel on a piece of paper. If you don't have a pen and a piece of paper handy, you can just do it on your phone. So doing those things will help us to process those emotions. They're like waves, they come and go. So normally after 5-10 minutes, we can feel much calmer. According to my personal experience, I find it's much more efficient when I do this with my psychotherapist, because I'm not distracted. She keeps asking me, hey, how do you feel now? Like, where do you feel it? Keep doing the deep breathing, like all the way out, all the way in. But when I do it by myself, I find sometimes my mind goes to somewhere else. It's not as efficient as when I do with her. But it's still better than not trying to manage our emotions. The last thing I wanted to say is that it's so important to learn how to manage our emotions, because our emotions create our behavior, and our behaviors will create the consequences, basically the outcome of our life. So the side effect of trying to learn to manage our emotions is that we can gain confidence by doing this. We can connect to our strength, because once we can manage our emotions, then we can manage our behaviors. Then we can reach our goal, to the result we want. Then we will realize that, okay, I have the strength. I can do the things I want. I did it. So I encourage you to try by yourself, and if you wanted to try with seeing a psychotherapist, that's better. I have to give credit to the above contents to this book, Getting Love Right. This is a very this is a book have a lot of values. I get the information for this video from this book. I'll put a link for this book below. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck to you.